Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It feels like such a long time since I've said that last. As you can see, my last video was posted a week ago, and I usually don't do that. I usually post twice throughout the week, but even that video was pre-recorded, so it's actually been about 3 weeks since I actually sat in front of the camera, turned it on, started talking about a bunch of nonsense that I always talk about. And the reasoning for that is actually the topic of today's video, so welcome to my first rant. Also, I have a face mask on right now for one of two reasons. One, because I didn't feel like putting on makeup, and my face is like swollen because I'm sick. And two, because it is cucumber, and it needs to cool me down because this topic makes me heated. Okay, so 2 weeks before Halloween, me and my cousin Megan decided that we were going to go to Frightfest, and it was a disaster. The whole experience was a disaster. So we get there, and it's already like later in the night, you know. You like to go to Fright Fest and you like kind of like to go all day, get your money's worth, but whatever. We go there like later on at night, and online it said, I guess I should have known this part, but it said get your tickets 40% off tonight. And it didn't say like right next to it like if you buy online only. I guess that's kind of like a common sense thing, but like, you know, like Paige doesn't have that. So we go to the thing and we're like, oh, can we have 2 tickets for Fright Fest, please? No mazes. And he was like, told us the total, and it was so expensive. We were like, oh, well, on the website it said that we were getting it 40% off. And he goes, oh yeah, it's for if you buy online only. So we were like, all right, great. So we stepped to the side, we pulled out our phones, and we were going to buy them online. And the one worker comes up to us, and he goes, hi, what are you guys waiting here for? And I was like, oh, well, we were just online to buy the tickets, but then he told us that the 40% off was only for online, so we're just going to buy them online really quick. And he goes, oh, yeah, don't even bother doing that because it takes up to 24 hours to even process, so if you buy them right now, you might not even be able to get into the park and use it right now. I was like, are you kidding me? So he goes, yeah, but if you want, you can just go and buy season passes because they're on sale. And the total would have ended up being like the amount of, like, more than the price we were even going to pay to go into the park that night. So we were like, no. And he was like, oh yeah, you're better off going home then because it's not going to work. I was like, oh my god. So we were about to go, but then I was like, you know what, let's just go to the customer service. Like, we drove all the way here, so let's just go. So we do. And she was like, oh yeah, no, I can give them to you for the 40% off. I was like, oh my god, that guy literally told us, like, not even to waste our breath. Like, isn't it his job to get people to go into the park? And he literally told us to go home. But okay. That whole process didn't seem like much, but it was about like 40 minutes. Like a solid 40 minutes that we had to go through. We had to wait on the line. We had to wait for the guy to tell us to go back. Then we had to wait on the customer service line. Then we had to talk to her for like 15 minutes. Like, it was a mess. But anyway, now we're finally into the park, and we're like, is it closed? Like, what's going on? Because there was people there, but it was like, because at 6 o'clock, I believe, is when, like, the Rise of the Dead come, and that's when, like, the scary music comes on and all the ghouls, like, come out and everything like that, and then the place is, like, flooded with scary people. And there was, like, no scary people in sight. Like, you have the blood fountain, and usually there's, like, a bunch of zombies walking around. Like, I didn't see any of that. So we walk, I don't know if you guys have been to the one in Jackson, New Jersey, but if you branch off to the left, that's where you can get to, like, the carousel and, like, the clown section, and then you have, like, Superman, or you can go that way and get to El Toro. But that's the way we went first, and the clowns were a little bit better, I guess. Some of them, like, kind of just, like, sat around and didn't really care, but then there was, like, 2 or 3 that really, like, got interactive with you, and I'm petrified of clowns anyway, so that was okay. But after that, we go on El Toro, and they are so strict about cell phone use. I'm foreshadowing right now. We enter the line of El Toro, and they're telling every single person, if you have a cell phone, you need to turn around and go put it in a locker and then come back. So me and Megan hid our phones in our pocket and everything, and we were waiting online. So many people. The security busted so many people for this. Like, someone would be stupid and pull it out on their phone, or like the light would even glow in their pocket, and like a security guard from like 10 feet away would like see it and be like, oh, so you need to get out of line. So a lot of people got busted for it, which made the line a lot shorter, but like still, like it was a little extreme. And then all the rides have that policy now, but like some rides are more stricter than others. So we went to Nitro, did the same thing. There wasn't a guy at front waiting for us, but like the people on the ride were like very aware. Yeah, we basically just hit it really well for each ride. Also on the website, it said that the only maze that was extra charge was the Hellfest maze. So we thought that they made the other mazes free for whatever reason. Like I thought they were like just really trying to feature that Hellfest maze, but no. So we didn't go and see any of the mazes, which if we knew ahead of time, we would have bought one for a maze. So now coming to the end of the night, and there's like room to go on maybe like 2 more rides. Everything is like good. I saw the Skyscraper ride and I was like, you know what, let's like go on this. It's right here. Megan wanted to go on the Joker. I really didn't want to go on it for whatever reason. Like I wasn't feeling that great and I felt like that was just going to make me nauseous. I did not want to go on it, but she kept like, let's go on the Joker, let's go on the Joker. I was like, alright. And so I kind of used the Skyscraper as like a distraction. So we went on the Skyscraper. It was supposed to be really quick. So there was no line. Like people were boarding the ride like as we were getting online, and there was still like 13 swings open out of like the 20. There's like 20, no, there's probably like 30 swings, and not even half of them were full though. That's the thing. So we get online and we're the first people at the the bar to like go into the ride, and he stops us and like says that we have to wait for the next ride. Like, what do you mean? There's literally like 18 seats open. Like, I don't understand their methods. I really don't. So we have to wait for that whole ride, and then they get off. Now me and everybody else that gets on, and they didn't stop filling it up at 18 people for them. They filled the whole thing up. Like, I don't understand why they do that. Like, there was time for us to go on. It's not even like they were fast and they were already checking it. So I don't understand that part. Anyway, so I guess it's a little bit on our part because it is October and it is like starting to get cold. The wind was so extreme and it was so cold going on that ride. We were at the top and we were like, oh my god, we were literally shaving. Yeah, we were shaving. We were shivering, like, we were so cold. So we were just like, oh my god, I just want this ride to be over. So then we hear a click, and then the ride is like slowly going down, and then the ride stops completely, and the lady goes on her mic, and she's like, oh, like, we're having some minor technical difficulties, like, we're gonna get someone over right away, you guys will be out. Now, before I continue with this, I just wanted to say that I hate myself because earlier that day, I literally told Megan, 1, when we get to Frightfest, I should vlog a little bit just in case anything happens. And 2, my dumbass told her that ever since I started doing YouTube, it makes me less annoyed or frustrated when bad things happen to me because they make for great stories. Okay, before I proceed to this story any longer, any further, I just want to make it clear that these are 2 things that I had said earlier that day to her. Okay, so the ride is stopped. Someone is on their way. We're sitting there for like 15 minutes and no one is there yet, and we're just trying to like figure out how to get out of our our seats, and nothing's working. So I decided to pull out my phone and start recording, because I was recording bits and clips throughout the entire night. That was something kind of eventful, like, oh, the ride broke down, so I took out my camera so I could start recording it. And the guy worker that didn't let us on the first ride, the one that didn't break down, and he goes, ma'am, please put your phone away. We don't allow the phones on the ride. I'm like, the ride's broken down. We're literally just sitting here. Like, how can my phone harm anybody else? Like, I'm not going to throw it at somebody's head. Like, I think he just didn't want me to record their bad service, honestly. But I did anyway. I got, like, a good minute footage of it because I was cracking jokes to Megan. Like, the guys behind us were being hysterical, so I, like, recorded them. But, yeah, then the guys finally show up, and they're, like, working for, like, 10 minutes to figure out, like, what the problem is. And then they finally get some of the seats unlatched, so half of them, like, are fixed. But, of course, like, my half was the part that didn't get fixed. So that took an extra, like, 5 minutes. So we finally get out of our seat. It was 11:58 at this point because we kept checking the time because Megan wanted to make sure we could get on the Joker, and the park closes at 12. So we sprint over to the Joker, most exercise I've probably gotten in my entire life, and we finally get online. I think he only let on like 2 other people after me and her to get on the ride. And so we're waiting online, and we get to the seat. And so the car that we're sitting in, 2 people were on this side facing this way, and then the other 2, like the other 2 seats are on this side facing that way. So this is the 2 seats that were open, and it was the inside and the outside. The inside Megan sat on, and the outside one, the seatbelt was like acting weird. Like, it was secured when I first got to it, so I had to wait for the lady to like come and unlatch it and everything like that. And then I sat in it, and then I pushed it down, then it went back up, and like she had to like, so that was already sketched out like enough as it is, but I like danger, and I like putting myself in dangerous situations, so I'm not really going to complain about that. But we're sitting there, and I kept my phone in the same spot that I have for every other single ride, and we're going up. And then we finally initially, like, spin around, and I'm, like, sitting there. I'm just trying to, like, hold my breath. I literally looked like Mrs. Puff when she gets anxiety and she blows up. Like, that's literally what I looked like. I could see myself hanging upside down, and I'm literally, like, I'm not even kidding. I could see myself. I was trying to calm myself down. Not because I wasn't actually, like, I didn't have actual anxiety. Like, I was just being funny. And I just kept repeating, like, hi, I'm Devin Tasso, hi, I'm Devin Tasso, hi, I'm Devin Tasso. And Megan's, like, cracking up. She goes, that's what you say to calm yourself down? Like, it's so funny. We continue throughout the ride. The ride's finally over. And, of course, I have a hard time getting out of my seat because the latch was weird. So she had to come over and manually do it again. Like, I don't think they should let anybody else in that seat. But we get off, and the first thing I do is go to reach for my phone, and my pocket is empty. I'm like, no shot. I look, and I see my phone on the rocks under the ride. I'm like, oh my god. But at this point, when I turned around to see it, we had already walked past the metal rotator to, like, leave the gate. So the worker that was right outside that led us onto the, like, line to begin with, that, like, closed it up, I was like, oh my god, like, I left my phone in there, like, I'm so sorry, like, I forgot to put it in my locker, it fell off, and it's, like, it's on the rocks right there, and it goes, oh yeah, no, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to go get that, and I was like, wait, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, no, it's a safety hazard, none of us, like, you guys or us are even allowed to go under there because it's a safety hazard. You have to bring it up with Lost and Found. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You're telling me that my phone is literally right there. The ride isn't even operating anymore because you closed it. And you're telling me that you can't just walk 5 feet off the cement just to grab the phone that's laying right there and give it back to me? You're going to make me go through a whole process? But fine, whatever. So we're like, I'm walking like I'm on a mission. Like, we had plans to take pictures in front of the fountain, didn't do it. We walked straight out of that park because the Lost and Found was like right outside of the exit. So I walk into the Lost and Found, and there's a lady security guard sitting there, and I'm like, hi, not even 3 minutes ago, we came directly from the ride. We were on the Joker. We were the last ride operating. I forgot to put my phone in the locker, and I watched it fall out, and it fell onto the rocks, but they said because it's a safety hazard that they can't go underneath and grab it. They said that I needed to come follow up with you guys, and that you guys would have to go and like retrieve it. And she goes, yeah, unfortunately, the park is technically closed now, so there's nothing I can do. This bitch is really telling me that she's not going to go grab my phone because the park is technically closed now. Like, why can't she just walkie-talkie? Like, the walkie-talkies still work. It's not some Cinderella shit where they just stop working at midnight or, like, turns back into a pumpkin. Like, they work. Why can't you just walkie-talkie some security guard that's near that area just to go into the gate really fast? Like, there's still people in the park. It's not even cleared out. It's not like you're going home yet. Like, just go get it. So she was giving me a hard time. She goes, yeah, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go onto our website and then file a lost item report. And if we can find it, we will email you. I'm like, well, that's the thing. It's not lost. It was never lost. I know exactly where it is. I know exactly where it is right now. And I just want somebody to go and get it. She goes, yeah, like I said, there's nothing we can do. You have to do that. I was like, all right, well, is there at least like a phone number I can call to explain that to somebody else then so that it's not just sitting in lost and found reports when it's not lost? She goes, no, everything is operated online. So I go home. The first thing I do is file the report online, and it starts raining. So I'm like, great. Like, I know my phone is waterproof, but that thing is, the screen is probably smashed. Like, the thing, like, I know, I don't even want to think about it. So it's raining while I'm filing out this report, and the security lady told me, oh, that was the other thing. She told me that they do a walkthrough of the entire park before the park opens, so they would be doing like a walkthrough like that morning at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and so that if they find it, that's when they would find it, and they would inform me. But she goes, yeah, just to let you know, they don't really go under the rides though. I'm like, but I'm telling you where I know where my phone is, so why can't you go? If I know it's there, like, you don't have to go searching for it. It's literally right there. Just go grab it. Like, but whatever. So 2 days go by, and I still haven't received an email. So I do a follow-up email, and I explained, like, it's not even lost. I know exactly where it is, so don't tell me that you can't find it because it's right there. And it obviously hasn't been stolen if everyone's prohibited from going into that area anyway. But I still haven't heard from them. And I've tried calling an extension, like, just to talk to somebody and then try to transfer me over, but there's no live extension to talk to Lost and Found. It's all online. And they did the best that they could do for me. So I feel like there's nothing more frustrating than not being able to get something back that's literally right in front of your face. Like, it is so frustrating. Like, I paid for my phone. I watched it fall. I literally left. I saw my phone lying on the ground, and I left it. And there was nothing I could do about it. And I'm so mad because my iCloud storage, like, reached, like, max literally 2 days before I even went there. So it's not even like I can record this now and log on to my iCloud and retrieve all the footage that I took from that night because it's gone. It's gone. So yeah, right now, like, the quality is like not that bad. It's not as good as my 8 because this is my mom's old iPhone. It's a 5. So, but I mean, this is gonna have to do until I can get a new one. You know, Christmas is coming up. I'm trying to get a camera. But yeah, so that was my horrible Six Flags experience. I'm so mad. I'm still super mad about it. I hope someone who works there sees this and is like, oh yeah, like, something like that. But yeah, so just to let you guys know what happened and why there was a delay in me uploading a video. If you even noticed, I know I'm like, no one even cares. No one even cares. But I noticed because this is something I look forward to like every day to record, and I lost so much footage. I had like so many plans for like, because Halloween was coming up. I still had a couple more Halloween videos that I had made and was planning to make, and it's gone. So we're just gonna have to save for next year, because we all know I'm gonna be doing this for the rest of my life, because there's nothing else I want to do. Well, thanks for watching, and I actually didn't get as angry telling the story as I thought I was going to. But if you like rant video, it's like a rant / storytime video, because I basically like told you the story, but I'm like angry about it. So if you like the rants, let me know, because I'm sure there's so many topics that I can just, you can even comment or DM me on social media about a topic. Be like, how do you feel about this? And I will make a video like on how I feel about it. I don't care what it is. So definitely comment or DM me about that. I have all my social media down below, and I will talk to you guys later.